This is Newcap News with Nahremanissa.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Lac La Biche RCMP are looking for the identity of a female toddler who was allegedly lured to a public washroom by a 16-year-old male. Now, police say it happened on July 24th at a beach near Lac La Biche. The 16-year-old is currently under investigation. Now, the toddler is described as 4 years old with blonde hair and was wearing a pink bathing suit. Now, police are asking any parents or guardians who may have been in the area within the last month, as well as anyone who may have a toddler matching that description, to call the Lac La Biche RCMP at 780-623-4380 or Crime Stoppers. Well, the world is reacting today to the death of comedy legend Robin Williams. At the same time he was making people laugh, he was also battling depression, and that has many people speaking out on the so-called taboo issue. Fraser Snowden joins us in studio and has more.
Nahreman, I spoke with a local social services worker on this matter. She said it's important for anyone who may be depressed to speak out. It's the first step in getting help.
The hospital will cover all of your bills.
From his roles as a doctor who prescribed laughter in Patch Adams to the lovable genie in Aladdin, Robin Williams entertained crowds of all ages. While he always had a smile on the outside, on the inside, it was a different story. The actor battled depression, but lost the fight eventually.
I've noticed throughout the years of my practice that more and more people are coming forward.
Depression and suicide are just some of the topics Marla Rauser with Care Counselling deals with. She says Williams must have had some deeply hidden issues to make the choice to end his life.
I would be wondering in his case what was going on for him in his thoughts. What kind of pervasive feelings of hopelessness did he have that would have had him choose suicide?
Speaking about mental health has become more common with initiatives like Bell's Let's Talk campaign, including Clara Hughes' cross-country bike tour this year. However, Rauser says there is still a stigma when it comes to depression and suicide.
I still think it's a taboo kind of subject that we don't touch a lot on, that we're a feeling-denying society. But I do think there are still more people out there that are recognizing it and are willing to talk about it.
Rauser adds there are signs to look out for if you think someone is depressed.
We often ask people if they're low in spirits or sad, noticing that they're losing interest in their daily activities, lacking energy and strength, feeling less self-confident. They may be feeling guilty or having a bad conscience about something. Definitely be.
Again, if you know someone or think you may be suffering from depression, experts say the best medicine is to talk to someone about it. Back to you, Nahreman.
Thank you, Fraser. Now, we will have more on the life and death of Robin Williams a little later in our newscast. Well, it was a big day for the Jubilee Home as they were on the receiving end of a nearly $40,000 donation, thanks to some local golfers. Annika Notveit has more.
And then with the Jubilee Home.
Emotions took over, leaving Bill Spence speechless as the donation to the Jubilee hits close to home for him.
My grandmother was in this home. My mom joined the home here in November, so there's a family connection.
$37,000 was raised at the Investors Group Charity Golf Classic last month. Equipment is a big need for the home, and staff say it's the hardest thing to purchase, but are necessary to make the stay for residents much more bearable.
Most of the residents when they come in here are level 4, so they're immobile, so the mechanical lift will actually help them get in and out of bed. It'll be less pain, less time, and safer on the staff and the residents.
Anderson says they started the tracking system almost 10 years ago and have 35 overhead lifts now, but need to bump that number to 45.
It's very expensive to replace, and we're kind of getting on that run where we don't have enough overhead lifts in our building and things for special treatments like air mattresses. So I'm actually planning to purchase about 5 overhead lifts that will go in the residents' rooms.
The sad part is it hasn't changed in the 15 years since Granny was in here and now Mom. So anything that we can help to, bring it to life a little bit and the day-to-day needs that the nurses have spoke about.
The Golf Classic is expected to return next year and will raise funds for a new charity. Annika Notveit, Newcap News.